Oh my god!
This is standard in this matchup now, though. Just go just get
He knew the ward was there. He's like, I'm coming! And he's level 3. The flash to get the concussive blows, and first blood goes to Prince. Croco's not done yet, but Prince is down to 100 health. Can they lock down the next one? Yes, they can! As Dread's gonna flash forward and punish the Zeri, refreshes his buffs as well.
We see it with Trundle. We see this all the time. We've even seen it with Volibear. Now, there's no ward here, but he doesn't know that. But he's like, it's already, if I flash into this brush, it's too late for you guys already. It doesn't matter if you see me coming at that point. Just as simple as level 3 Trundle ganks go. And if you are past the river and your jungler isn't there, you're asking for this. You are just saying, please kill me. And then Prince could have preemptively flashed here, but didn't know that Dread was there, so he's just killed. And luckily, they at least did that, because if Zeri's getting all that farm and getting a plate this early, plus all of that, the game is over. And it might still be, but this is, of course, his first-person view, and his comms
basically just saying, yeah, good job, good job, good job.
Get at him.
Yeah, like, everyone's going nuts, but Croco's like, well, I mean, this is
just killing Ghost instead. Thankfully for Ghost, he is able to clean up that minion wave.
Nami also...
Kyle's going to move down, and he does have his depth charge available. Let's see whether they can actually manage to pull this off. As there's the flash forward, and the depth charge is going to mean that everything lands. It's all
Prince
too
is like, you want to test me 1v2 without Tidal Wave? I saw you use that ultimate, Ghost, as well. I noticed you don't have the culling here. I will 1v2 you. I don't even have a Uni on my back. Croco's here. Ghost can't play the game.
Nope. Effort does have Aqua Prison, but Kyle's just, he's booking it through this jungle. Croco taking a fair bit of damage, but there's the Hex Flash over. Another depth charge onto Ghost here as Extendo Beam doesn't get too much value. That is a teleport to come down as well as Live Sandbox. Just try and get out of here. Kyle's going to be the sacrifice as Prince not going to walk into that bubble. It was so close for BDD, but Nongshim do, thankfully, at least manage to pick themselves up one kill, but it will mean a sacrifice in both top and mid.
The solo lanes win here, but I think Live Sandbox, had they played that one, okay, hold on. Prince, Flash and Cleanse available.
Yeah, and he just skates his way out. Jet Set Radio Future, baby.
Should have mentioned that he has his skates available as well. Yeah, he's just wall riding his way out of here.
Yeah.
Hitter. You know, I mean, there's a way, right? Like, this is, again, going back
well,
to
I mean, you'll get a cleanse.
Yeah, we'll have to do it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. If two bubbles do hit, and not at the same time, it's okay. Here's the tidal wave. Croco trying to tank everyone up. The Subjugate is going to keep him alive for so incredibly long. He dies eventually in the end. So now it's a 4v5, but Prince is at full health. Dread taking a lot of damage, but Shelly's going to block some shots for him. BDD picking up yet another kill as now Closer throws down the Emperor's Divide. Oh my god, the Extendo Beam. Prince gets another kill. The Cleanse immediately comes out. Look at the moves. Dove just smacks down BDD, and it's a triple kill for the Nah.
And usually these late game Zeri fights we see in the late game. We're seeing it at 1550 here around this early objective. This is not a Baron fight where the Zeri is cleaned up and you're like, oh man, we didn't close the game up before the Zeri became strong. This is Zeri saying, I'm trying to close the game out before I would normally be strong because I am extremely strong right now. With the setup there from Dove, it's a triple for him. He picks up so much extra gold that, you know, Zeri doesn't even need this game, as Live Sandbox here gets so much value at a Subjugate, which goes back to your point about the Trundle here with the Sejuani, because with Subjugate here, Croco can buy such an insane amount of time.
He's soaked an entire culling.
Yeah, Ghost wastes his ultimate here essentially because he's not hitting Prince, but nobody can close the gap on the Prince. Prince flashes for Dread. This is going to be a Drake take meanwhile. But I mean, this is just so clean for Prince. He plays it so carefully. He doesn't necessarily need to go back here, but he knows if he gets caught, the
that
fight is over.
Extendo Beam value was just absurd.
As looks like Nongshim will actually wrestle the Drake away in live.
Yeah, so that is going to be at least something. Collecting that one. As we see this from Prince's perspective.
Let's watch it a third time. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, we are adding so much insult to injury here. As look at how he flashes onto the Wukong, takes him out, then kites back. Because he's like, all right, they could get me here. I'm going back, and then Extendo Beam through the wall with the Emperor's Divide. Oh, it's just everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Question mark ping! Question mark pings! He says not one word.
Nope. Well, he did. His one word was just a question mark, Wolf.
Again, like, So what I was gonna say was, Shirley? look, they needed to give over 25 gold. I mean, it's just not fair the lead they have.
Yeah. Well, BDD is going to be in trouble here as Prince going to move on over. He does take a lot of damage as the culling just destroys the Zeri. Aqua Prison comes in, closes likely to die as well as Emperor's Divide comes out. He walks over to collect the turret shot and effort. He's going to pick up the kill. So that is a big old overextension here for Liv Sandbox in that top lane.
From extendo to overextending.
Yeah, overextendo Zeri Beam.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was two things that went very wrongly.
A lot better. However, Kyle wanted to have that extra engage opportunity there as well as, okay, Aqua Prison comes down, but doesn't quite find it. In goes Dread, gets a lot of value with the Cyclone, but now he's kind of by himself, and Dove is just zoning everyone away. Dread does make it out as the Warrior Trickster trolled me as well, but that's the gigantic Gnar. And the Lucian died kind of as an afterthought as everyone was chasing after Dread. Well, the Sandbox now can probably just move towards Baron.
So the difference in these 280 carries here really felt, and this one as a sleep does hit. Aqua Prison! And
Prince really did not want to press Cleanse. He just did not want to press that button. And he doesn't. He now might be able to lifesteal off this Baron. He needs some honey fruit there as well.
He'll be alright. He's going to pick up about 320 health and then start zapping away.
Yep.
Siphoning that health over as Drake spawns in 40 here, but this game is not about that. Our bar almost ready. They could just.
Yeah. Dove now moving forward. Tidal Wave does come in, but BDD is already dead. Dove looking for it. He will get knocked up as Ghost takes a lot of damage there in the back line. Prince is just way too large. Extendo Beam going to come through there as well as Ebb and Flow doesn't do enough nearly at all as Prince is going to skate his way forward. That's a beautiful pillar to make sure that the monkey was just food for the Zeri. And now she's 6-2-6.
Prince is the chosen one who was destined to bring balance. We're talking about jokes, man. This is just not fair.
No, it's not even funny.
And BDD has tried his best to make an impact this game, and we talked about how we could have, but it was just things went from worse to whatever is after worse. We don't go from bad to worse in this game. It goes from worse to what we
bad already happened.
Yeah, so he just hasn't had any chances to make plays, and like you said, Cleanse is available. The one bubble he got with the follow-up Aqua Prison, like they did nail that, but there's just no damage, and Prince is like, oh, the fight was already over, man. I'm sorry.
Yep. Bubble not going to quite find it here either, as you know, Zoe from behind just in general feels real bad. So after everything went wrong in the early stages of the game, that's when Nongshim were probably like, well, I mean, what are our avenues back into this one, right? With the composition that we have, it is so difficult in order to wrestle your way back in. And that's why we're spending time talking about sitcoms and stuff, right? Because there's not a lot of options here for Nongshim.
Yeah, I mean, if you've played Zoe, you know, you random viewer at home, you know how, you know, she can be quite difficult to get maximum value out of. It's a very high-skill champion. But imagine if you're wearing, like, that thing that Obi-Wan makes Luke wear on his head and you can't see.
Oh, yeah, true.
And unfortunately, as great as BDD is, he's not a Jedi. I mean, he doesn't actually, he can't feel where the players are.
If that little hovering ball thing, it's just like going around shooting him. And he's like, what do you want me to do?
The little ball is Prince in this case.
Yeah, and actually moves about as fast and is as impossible to deflect.
Obi-Wan's, there is no Obi-Wan in this case, but he'd be kind of a jerk. Like, feel the players. He's like, no, man, I don't have any control vision on this map. Like,
and let's be honest, he was kind of a jerk in A New Hope, you know? He was just like, Luke, come on, man. Just do it. That's why Mark Hamill was whining so much. That's all right, Liv Sandbox hunting for it. There is a bubble that's going to connect onto the Gnar. The Dove happy to soak it for now. Prince just cleaning out this minion wave. Will move back. As we saw, there is a Dread lurking somewhere, and he is behind now in that Brambleback pit.
And once again, Liv Sandbox do not know where he is, but
okay. Now Dread's going to make his way in. There's the flash, but he doesn't make it. And I don't even think they saw him. Okay, Extendo Beam is going to spot him out as Dread does get over towards the Zeri, but he will just be an extra kill going over to Closer. It was a cute attempt, but it didn't quite work.
I mean, he had no vision. Like, he had no idea the timing, and he's still flash trickstered in and was very close. Like, he actually was feeling the Baron health bar, but he wasn't able to do it in the end. But, like, that was a pretty impressive attempt. Like, I will give him credit for how close that was.
100%. You may as well go for it. You miss every shot you don't take, and Dread definitely took that one. And Liv Sandbox are now just going to take the game. This This is an absolute shellacking. Yes, it's a little bit longer than a real shellacking, but I'd say that it absolutely is that because this is a Zeri composition that was just never behind at any stage of the game. Vidity looking for something here as Cannon's going to get knocked up with some low health bars, but double stopwatches come in and now Prince presses the ulti button. Emperor's Divide. Dread is real dead. And now Cannon underneath this Nexus turret wondering what he's supposed to do. Prince is going to flash on top of him. And now Nongshim are forced into the fountain as their Nexus just goes down. Prince dives in and celebrates with a death. As Liv Sandbox will take the 2-0 here and move to third place in the LCK.
Third